Morning. I am here with Win the Day for 2021. We're going to do Win the Day at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can join me here live. The reason why it's live is to interact with you guys. If you have questions about your business development, other things that I've posted before, and you want to be able to ask specifically about how you're implementing and how you're getting some things done, just join me live Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. And I will be right here to kind of talk about some, I'm going to call them light topics related to business. But I just want you guys to understand when you can find me and where. So it's on this business page, and then I'll share it to a few other places where you can watch it as a replay. But live, you can catch me here. So if you guys are new to the community, welcome. I am Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick, and my objective is to help entrepreneurs break. Take a bat. I'm gonna get a bat. That way y'all understand how serious I am. But to break the 100K income ceiling in your business. To me, especially as a woman entrepreneur, there's only 18% of us that break that 100K barrier. So more of us need to be doing it. More of us need to understand what it takes to actually get to the results that we want. And that's what I'm going to be touching on today. So we're going to cover 4 points that are really going to help you move the needle in your business and get some things done, because a lot of you are a little bit stuck, and it's only January, so we definitely can't be stuck in January. But the point is, if you don't know what things you should be doing and how you should proceed, then you could absolutely be stuck as early as January. So we're going to jump in. And the thing that I'm touching on is when you set your goals for the year, when you decide, okay, this is what I'm going to accomplish this year, I love to break everything down into quarters. So think about, this is the bigger objective for the year. However, here's the four major parts of the year, and this is what I can get done this quarter, and this thing has to be done first so I can get this done for second quarter, third quarter, and then fourth quarter. For a lot of us, we have to get that momentum started early in the year so that we have the most productive fourth quarter of the year. For a lot of businesses, that's where they make a lot of their money. So if you don't start early, if you don't get the appropriate things in place, then you're going to be scrambling at the end of the year trying to take advantage of Black Friday and holidays and all those other things. And it, to me, doesn't matter what industry you're in, because somebody will say, well, I'm in this, or I do this thing. People still want to see who you are at some point, usually fourth quarter and maybe first quarter. Either way, you have to get the momentum started. One, so that you're organized and prepared, but two, so that your clients were used to seeing you, you've been serving them, and then you can make those much bigger sales at those times of the year. So first, what I want you to do is, like I said, understand what you're working toward and learn how to break it down. So take your bigger goals. So that's our first point, is to take your bigger goal and break them down. So I suggest breaking them down into quarters, but that's not how far you need to go. You need to go with a quarterly goal and then set your expectations on how you're getting that done. So in truth, I break mine down from the big goals for the year to what I want to accomplish for the quarter, what's going to be important to get that quarterly goal accomplished, and then I break that into weekly goals. So then I say, okay, well, I need to be on Facebook a little more. So I decide what days I'm going to be there. I start writing the content that I'm going to share for those days, creating the social posts. So it's not just saying I want to be on Facebook more, or I'm going to do more lives, or I'm going to build up my YouTube channel. It's really understanding what is the bigger picture of what you're creating. Why do people want to use this? And then breaking it all the way down to content creation, social posts, you sharing this in groups. How are you going to repurpose it once you make it? Like, start to think about all those things that will make your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, whatever you're building. And I'm just using social media because you can use this in almost anything that you're doing. But if you are creating that bigger goal, what are the things that make it possible? And that's how you get your weekly goals. If you guys have any questions about that, put it in the comments. I'll definitely be checking those before I end this video today. So that, I think everybody understands that, but I don't think we do it. So taking your bigger goal, SMART is a really great acronym to use. It stands for making sure your goals are specific. So not just I want to make more money, but I'm going to make 5,000 each month for the first quarter, 10,000 each month for the second quarter, and then whatever your goal is. And then you have to put in place how you're going to do that. So you can't just say 5,000 without saying, okay, I'm going to promote the book, I'm going to sell this, I'm going to sell this particular service package, and I'm going to be promoting it in these places. So this week I have to get this graphic done, and this has to be set up, and the website has to be finished. That's how you create the goal so that you can actually see the results that you want to see. So breaking it all the way down. And I did start with the SMART goal acronym, but it stands for specific, measurable, oh gosh, I'm forgetting the A, but I know R is reasonable and time bound. So I'll tell you what A is in a second. I didn't write it. But either way, being specific, making sure that it's measurable, making sure that it's realistic and that it's time sensitive. Because if you just say, I'm going to make $5,000 and you have your whole life to do it, you're never going to feel motivated to get it done right now. So that's the first one. Take your bigger goal and break it down into important steps that actually move you toward seeing your result. Number 2 is accountability. Everybody needs that. If you never tell anyone or say out loud what you're working on and what you're doing, then you're likely to just push it aside, get too busy, be preoccupied. But when you add that accountability, so I actually have an accountability partner, I have accountability groups that I belong to, I have business coaches, so all of those things fit into the category of accountability. It's a place that I am expected to show up and say, this is what I'm working on, this is what I committed to working on last month, and this is what I actually got done. So those are super, super important just to even hold you to what you said you were going to do. So yes, it's great to have your planners and to write your objectives down and even to break it down by the day and say, this is what I'm going to do. I need to make this call. I need to finish this. I need to, get this graphic design, whatever it is. I want you to not only do that, but to also find someone who you're going to share your goals with. So the accountability partner is great. The advantage is you have somebody that can listen to you and can ask you questions and can really say, is that the best move? Or if you do this, aren't you missing this? Or, yeah, you did that already, so let's move forward. They may be able to point out some things to you that you may not realize you're doing that's holding you back, or that you're not maybe thinking through clearly. But when you're communicating it with somebody else, it kind of forces you to articulate well and to communicate well and to make sure you have some things in place that can actually support you. So, how many of you guys, even if you're watching on the replay, how many of you have ever used accountability partners? Just put in the comments, I have accountability partners. I'm in an accountability group. You use business coaching. Just put in the comments like accountability and like what you've actually used. If you're using it right now, great. I'm excited for you guys, especially my clients, because we get together every week and work on their goals. And so I'm very particular to make sure that we set each meeting, that we're covering what they were supposed to get done. We talk through what they're working on, and then we set in place what they're getting done for the following week. And when we come back together, we start with that. So that brings me into my next point is number 3, celebrating your wins. It's so easy for us, especially when we work for ourselves, to get stuck on all the things that we're doing wrong and all of our failures. It's so easy to do that because, to be honest with you, we don't know everything. And especially when you are a solopreneur or your entire income relies on your business, there's a lot of pressure there. And so we beat ourselves up when things don't go right or when we've made a mistake, because that does affect our income. That could be affecting you being able to pay your bills or paying for things that you have to do in your home. And definitely it affects your business. So it's tough. I get it, but we absolutely have to start focusing on our wins because, most things will tell you, the Bible, everything will tell you that what you focus on is what you get. So if you focus on all your failures, you're going to constantly be able to see all the ways that you're failing, all the things that you're not doing well. However, if you focus on your wins, if you say, you know what, not everything, it wasn't a perfect week, but I did get this done, I did get that done. There's a part of your brain that will respond to that and say, oh, yeah, I'm doing great. Let me do more. Where if you're constantly pointing out your faults and your mistakes, especially without pointing out the wins, you're really just in the back of your mind playing a tape that your business isn't doing well. So I need you to change that narrative. I need you to start thinking about something differently. So if you guys agree with that point and say, I'm going to celebrate my wins, put that in the comments. Put in the comments, I'm going to celebrate my wins. I'm going to change my attitude and my language around my business and the things that I am able to do. We are going to make mistakes, and I don't shy away from the mistakes. I'm not going to ignore them, but I absolutely understand that those mistakes just point to areas that I need to fix and I need to grow up in my business. It doesn't mean that I should quit my business. It doesn't mean that I am never going to get this right. It just means there are some areas that I need to grow. And I'm going to note those and I'm going to get the help that I need, maybe go back to my accountability partner or my business coach and make sure that I'm working on those areas. And then the fourth, and I'm going to say probably most important, is don't quit. It takes more, even if it's going to take you more time to reach that goal, don't quit on it. So as I was saying before, if your bigger goal, let's say, you're definitely a part of my tribe and you're aiming to break that 100K income ceiling. So let's say you start, and the way that I coach is really to help you understand who you are as a business. So we firm up your business identity first, and then we talk about how you're actually going to make this money. So we talk a lot in detail about your money strategy and how that looks for your business, how it's meeting the need of your audience, how it plays to your strengths, and then ultimately fitting into your lifestyle. So once we kind of firm all that up, then we're talking about your offers, right? Now, if you start to implement and you're just like, yes, I have figured out how I'm going to get to this $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month in my business, but your plan doesn't take the 2 months that you thought it was going to take. You had plans, let's say the first month you were going to make like 3,000, and then the next month you should have been able to ramp that up to 10. Well, let's say your first month was 2,000 and your second month was 4. Do you quit and say, no, this isn't working for me? No, you don't quit on it. You say, okay, I am literally making a 50% increase. If I can keep this up or even just make 2,000 more every single month and continue on a positive trend, it's going to take me more than 2 months, but in about 4 or 5 months, I'm going to hit that 10,000. I'm going to hit that 10,000 a month. And to me, that's a major, major milestone in your business, because once you hit that, you can duplicate it and hit your 100K year. So whenever you hit that 10K month, that's your first month of your 12 months to hit your goal. So it's not about quitting. It's not about saying, this is never going to happen. Celebrate the wins, as I said in point number 3. Get your accountability partner and break down your goals. Make sure that you are continuing to move forward. Make sure that you're not staying stuck in your failures or any mistakes that you make. You're not perfect. You're never going to be perfect. You're not going to break your 100K ceiling and then all of a sudden instantly have this perfectly laid out business. It doesn't happen that way. So we have to learn how to say, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do every week. Hold yourself accountable. Get accountability partners. Talk to your business coaches. Join accountability groups and celebrate along the way. And the biggest point of all, which was my last point, number 4, don't quit on it, you guys. Don't quit. You are at a place today where you don't know what it takes to get you to that bigger goal. So just because you put in place a plan doesn't mean that that's exactly the way that it's going to play out. So I want you to have some patience for yourself, patience for your business, show yourself some grace, but celebrate along the way and keep moving. Because how crazy would it be that you quit because you didn't make 10K in 2 months because you had those aggressive goals? However, if you made the 10K in 4 months and you structured it in such a way that you're able to duplicate that every single month after, don't you think it's worth it to stick with it and stick it out for 2 more months for that end result? I think you'd say yes. So either way, which of these points do you believe that it's going to take you the most adjustment to do? So the first point was taking your bigger goals and breaking it down. The second point was getting accountability partners or a group. The third was celebrating your wins and not focusing on all the mistakes and failures, at least not focusing on them primarily, right? Do something, but don't focus there. And then the fourth was don't quit. So even if it's going to take more time, quitting is never going to get you the result. So which of those 4 points has been the hardest for you to adapt in your business? And you can write that in the comments. You can just write 1, 2, 3, 4, or wins, accountability, breaking your goals down, quitting. Just let me know where you guys are, where you've struggled before. And hopefully that informs you of the area that you definitely should run to in order to make sure you accommodate and make sure you implement this time around. So I'm excited because outside of just giving you guys really great advice, I put together a strategy challenge. We get together once a month to discuss how you can actually make money in your business. So the next strategy challenge is next month. It is the middle of February. I can't remember the exact date, but we're going to allow you to register for that. And we are in a private Facebook group. And I go live every single day teaching you how to turn your business ideas into business income. And so the example that I gave you guys about, making the money and sticking to your plan, absolutely something that I talk about there. However, the focus is teaching you different business strategies and business models that can work for you, and really teaching you how to evaluate something to fit your lifestyle. So not just meet your audience need, but also to meet yours. And then after that, I have group coaching starting up in March. So if you don't currently have accountability partners or a group that you belong to, this will be an awesome group because it's a 9-week coaching program. It's called Accelerator. So, okay, this is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the person who's just going to waffle. This is for somebody who is ready to stop guessing in their business, ready to move, and ready to put the plan and systems in place so that you are actually breaking that 100K income ceiling. So I'm going to give you guys the website to the strategy challenge. The challenge chick is 100kchallengechick.com. That's how you can join me for the strategy challenge. And if you want to know more about the group coaching, message me. Put down there, I need coaching. I need accountability. I need a business coach. We are going to have a group come together. So the advantage of that is not only are you getting the group coaching, not only are you learning the systems that I have been using with others to get success all through 2020, while other people were just like, just screw it, just give up on the day. All of my clients grew. Some of them like doubled in size in their business, in income, all of that. And a lot of them, even though they were in tough industries, did not lose their income. Think of a personal trainer. They're working out at gyms and the gym is closed. They still found ways to make money. So I know these systems work because I saw them work. I saw up close and personal people getting the results that they wanted. That's a part of the small group coaching. And then we also walk you through creating your first offer. So that's the part that I know you absolutely want, because at the end of the day, it's not just about learning something new, but it's having that tangible thing that you can present to your audience when you are done. So all of those things are included in the 9-week small group coaching. It's the Accelerator program. If you want more information about that, I will send it to you. But you guys have a great, great day. Thanks for joining me for this Win the Day. Again, I will be with you guys on Tuesdays and Thursdays for about 20-25 minutes. So if you are with me, feel free to ask your questions, post them here. You can even ask in advance, and I will try to address them in the lives. You guys have a great day. Bye.